Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. It's actually raining in my patio, so I had to scoot indoors to make this quick video for you folks. But this is an update about the stimulus negotiations and about exactly where things stand right now. Now, instead of a deal, instead of a consensus between the Democrats and the administration, here's where we end up right now. Despite the president's executive actions, I actually went into a lot of detail about the impact of the president's executive actions in the previous video, so you definitely want to check that out. But here's where we stand right now, because there has been no deal. There has been essentially a cut in unemployment benefit extensions. At the time I'm recording this video, 49 states are not paying the $300 a week. There's just one state that's paying right now, and that's Arizona at the time I'm recording this video. So in other words, a significant majority of us are now seeing a significant reduction in our unemployment benefits, and we are just dependent on the state unemployment benefit extensions. That's number one. Number two, as far as eviction protections are considered, the effect is just minor. The executive action did not extend the eviction moratorium. It just said that federal agencies had to consider how they could help, and that really, that was not specific at all. The payroll tax cut, which the president implemented as a result of the executive actions, this isn't really a tax cut actually. The best way to describe it is a tax deferral. A majority of companies have actually dismissed it. There is no funding at the time I'm recording this video for state and local governments, unfortunately. There is no stimulus check. There are no stimulus checks 2.0 at the time I'm recording this video. There is no paycheck protection program 2.0. There is no money for school reopenings. It's not where we should be. Now, I just want to be clear about where things stand at the time I'm recording this video. Republicans have said that Schumer and Pelosi's demands, House Speaker, the Democratic demands on state aid are unreasonable, and they are willing to pass many things piecemeal. But I think the Democrats are clearly rejecting that, because they feel that the Republicans will do it and then forget about the rest. And I will actually, in the link or in the description section of this video, give you a link to a letter that was actually drafted by many Democrats and signed by several Democrats and sent to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer, the majority leader. And basically the letter reads as follows: "Thank you for taking decisive steps about the United States Postal Service." But they said that we would like to propose something, and what they are proposing here is the Worker Relief and Security Act would extend unemployment benefits to those who need it and ensure benefits last for the duration of the recession by tying continued enhanced unemployment insurance to the health crisis and to economic indicators. And they wrote, it has been 19 days. Now, by the way, this letter was sent to them yesterday. It was sent to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer. And the letter said it has been 19 days since the weekly $600 enhanced unemployment benefits expired, leaving 30 million Americans in the lurch. We owe it to people waiting to get back to work across the country, not only to extend unemployment benefits to help them pay their bills, but also to tie those benefits to economic conditions so workers are not held hostage by another cliff like this one. This is the automatic stabilizer method that I have outlined in previous videos, but this is these actual official words from several House Democrats to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And then the letter goes on to say, since the $600 supplement has expired, countless constituents have reached out to our offices. By the way, this is very important, because this means that you have a voice. If you reach out to your local senator, to your local lawmaker, that then pressures them to write a letter like this to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who is a very important person in these negotiations, because she and Chuck Schumer will essentially decide what they are in agreement with as far as the Democrats are concerned, and then that gets taken to the administration. And once President Trump gives the green light to his lead negotiators, Mark Meadows, as well as U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, that's when everything gets in line and things will happen super fast. But you do have a voice. In case you're watching this video, please talk to your local senator about your position on this. So since the $600 supplement has expired, countless constituents have reached out to our offices expressing heartbreaking stories in which they must choose between paying for groceries or their car payment. Some can make it through the next few months, but are worried about what will happen once savings run out. Our economic footing is fragile, and this assistance has been paramount in preventing an even worse economic collapse. And this again is a letter written by many House Democrats. It was signed by over 100 House Democrats. I will provide you with a link to the letter in the description section below so you can read it. And basically the letter says the Worker Relief and Security Act would automatically continue, expand and adjust enhanced unemployment insurance programs based on public health and economic triggers through the duration of the crisis without the need for further congressional action. Now, this is big. One of the major problems that we've run into is the politics of this situation. The Republicans want something, the Democrats want something else. As a result, both sides simply cannot come to a consensus, and as a result, almost 30 million of my fellow Americans are stuck in between. And so a measure like this would essentially, like I said, take politics out of the equation. And it said this would adjust enhanced unemployment insurance programs based on public health and economic indicators through the duration of the crisis without the need for further congressional action. That is big. But you also have to remember that once this gets implemented, this is going to be a good thing, but it does take the politics out of the equation. So in a way, it takes away the political leverage that both sides have. And I know that this is not something my viewers and subscribers want to hear, but this is the reality of the situation. This is both sides trying to hold something over one another. As terrible as this sounds, unfortunately, this is what is happening right now. And the letter continues, specifically, the bill would extend the $600 weekly federal pandemic unemployment compensation, which is the FPUC, which is a $600 weekly booster that millions of Americans have actually depended on. It's helped my viewers and subscribers get out of debt. It's helped my viewers and subscribers keep the lights on, pay rent, and make sure there's food on the table. So it says here that $600 weekly federal pandemic unemployment compensation, the FPUC, would be provided for the duration of this illness, for the duration of this pandemic, this public health emergency, and then continue and adjust the weekly federal unemployment compensation amount and number of available unemployment benefit weeks dependent on the state unemployment rate. This is the way forward. This is the future of unemployment benefits for our country, and hopefully something like this can be implemented, because this would essentially use data to drive federal unemployment benefits, which in turn would be different for different states, based on the unemployment data and based on the total unemployment rate for that specific state. So in other words, the problem with the $600 weekly federal booster, which basically was that it was too much for some people and for others it was too little, this would essentially take that out of the equation, but it would still remain at the $600 a week. So let me be clear about that. So in other words, it would be implemented, it would be extended, but it would be dependent on the extent of joblessness in a state. So let's say you were making $150,000. Even with the $600 booster, the actual your wage replacement is not going to come anywhere near your salary. But let's say you were making $25,000 a year, but the $600 a week booster now becomes significantly more than what you were making. So that disparity, if you will still exist, but this would vary from one state to another. In other words, this would not be a nationwide federal mandate like the CARES Act was. So let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you guys want me to do videos out in my patio, I'll do it. I guess I'll just, I'll feel like Anderson Cooper, like getting wet in the rain while I'm making videos for you guys. And actually, as the winter sets in, the leaves are gonna, I'm gonna lose the greenery, but I'll be in a jacket outside for you guys. So honestly, I'll do whatever you guys want. Let me know what you think of the setting. This is one part of my house, but I like the outdoors actually. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you learned something new. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you did learn something new, please consider clicking the like button below. Please consider clicking subscribe so you get instant notifications from us going forward. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, check out my introductory video on the Ignition Time channel. I believe I live the American dream. I am the American success story, and if you give me the opportunity, I will help you live your American dream. I'm privileged, I'm honored to be a part of your growth, and hopefully I can help you through this crisis and beyond this crisis. Definitely comment below and let us know what you think of all of these changes, all of these updates that are happening in real time as far as stimulus negotiations are concerned. If you want to get information from us, get your cell phone out, type out the word ignition or type out the word time and send a text message to 70,000, that's 70000, so that you get instant updates from us going forward. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please comment below. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week, and I'm happy to give you guys information. Definitely make sure to click like, click subscribe, and enable notifications so you get instant updates from us going forward. Once again, I'm Dr. Nitin Chhoda. I'll see you in the next video of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.